Hey, what is going on, everybody? We are the Five Nation. My name is Jordan, and today I'm going to be discussing with you guys my level 30 to 40 Ice Shot EV Shadow. Now, good news, guys. I did go Eldritch Battery between the 30 and 40 cycle, and I technically did go Ice Shot. So, this build is really starting to become, pretty good. It's starting to take its own form. It's starting to differentiate itself from other builds. Now, this is my current skill tree. Of course, I grabbed the 3 life nodes down here like I said I was going to in the last episode. Again, that was different from the original build. And I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 passives of doing nothing but gain intellect. And I have another 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. Which kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's worth it because I get Inner Force, I get this life here. I can go static blows anytime I want. I can get the freeze, cold stuff anytime that I want. And then, of course, there's the cold damage down here. Now, I personally am just going by the philosophy that I just want to spread out. And I want to get my branches around the tree everywhere. And then as I do level up in the 60s, I can be like, oh, I can just point a point here. And boom, I get like, it's a huge upgrade for me. Because that's, I don't know, I just feel like that in my mind, that's just how it should work. But then, of course, getting life nodes whenever you can. Because you want to get life nodes as soon as possible. Just because you don't want to die. So, yeah, this is my build, level 40. So far, level 40, the reason why I went Ice Shot, actually, wasn't because I was like, ooh, I want to do more damage if I do Ice Shot. It was because Poison Arrow was becoming incredibly annoying with the amount of mana that was taken up. It was taking up like 40 mana shots, and now I did attach lesser multiple projectiles on it, but that's aside from the fact because I wanted to kill stuff fast anyway. But LMP on it really wouldn't have done that big of a difference on the mana. But considering it still would have been annoying, and Ice Shot costs like 18 mana with the lesser multiple projectiles. Now, given it's only like level 7 and it's not level like 10 like Poison Arrow was, that's still a huge impact. Piety, I am in Act 1. Piety was kind of annoying just because of the fact that I glitched up in the middle of the fight, and right before I killed her, she was probably like 3 or 4 hits away from dying. But right before I killed her, my character froze up, and I thought I was gonna die. I swear I thought I was gonna be dead. But I quickly alt F4'd, and I ran in there, and I got the waypoint to level 2. Now sadly I lost level 2 zone, so I had to run through that and find the stairway. But luckily I found the stairway, and I was able to just jump in there and kill her, no problem. But again, I glitched up on Piety, otherwise she would have been pretty easy. So right now, the pros and cons of this build. Pros, I am running pretty much my auras right now. Currently, what I'm running most of the time is just, not Wrath yet, I'm just leveling that up currently. Hatred, Discipline, and Clarity. And then as soon as I get Inner Force and I get more mana and more mana regen, I'll start to run Grace. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get a Blood Magic Gem, and I'm going to attach that with Wrath. And I might actually attach that with Grace too, because Grace doesn't cost too much mana actually. But with Wrath costs like no mana whatsoever, and this Wrath is kind of what I need to make this build mine. With the lightning damage and static blows. So it's kind of cool. Kind of cool if you really think about it. Yeah, the cons so far, really not too many. Again, my mana regen's perfectly fine. I think it was at like 25 a second with Clarity up when this isn't without Inner Force. And that's really good. And when I get Inner Force, I imagine that's going to jump to like 30-ish or something like that. And then I can start leveling Clarity a bit more, and start leveling Discipline a bit more, and my mana regen will only skyrocket from there. And I believe I have some more mana nodes I'm picking up towards the end of the build too. But yeah, was that the pros? Yes, that was the pros. Nothing really too big. Well, nothing really too bad in terms of cons either. The pros are there's nothing really wrong with the build. That's a pro. That's always a pro. And there's nothing really wrong with the build yet. That's always a pro. I'm doing decent damage, running my auras. We got good regen. The con so far, again, I had to ditch out Poison Arrow for Ice Shot. If you don't have an Ice Shot leveled up, that can kind of be a con, I suppose. I really wish I went ahead and I leveled Ice Shot earlier, probably from the beginning, so it would have been on par with my Poison Shot. But really, the cons, there really isn't any. One that I'm starting to see actually now is the amount of links I'm going to actually need, because everything's got to be linked up. Everything's got to be linked up to reduce mana, or it's going to be linked up to Blood Magic. And then with Ice Shot's going to have its own like 5 link that I've set aside for it, which is including like Chain, Life on Hits, Weapon Elemental, probably Weapon Elemental will be the last one, and then LMP. Just because Weapon Elemental is a huge impact on the mana. and I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to run it. But yeah, instead of using my default attack, I just went ahead and I switched to Frenzy. Frenzy, pretty much the same mana cost as Ice Shot, does a bit more damage, and you get a Frenzy Charge, which increases your attack speed and overall increasing your damage. So I went ahead and I switched out that for Frenzy. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you can leave me any criticism down below of the build, of what you think the build so far, go ahead. And if you are new to the series and you want to see more of the Shadow progress, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to see what my review almost of the Shadow Tree, that is the 1 to 20 guide. Alright guys, I'll see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.